Hello everyone, welcome to knowledge sheet number 22, Sacredness and You. Throughout the ages in all cultures, certain symbols, places, times and persons were considered sacred. Whenever you consider a symbol, place, time, person or an act as sacred, your attention is undivided and whole. Just imagine if Gurudev is going to visit your home. How will you prepare for it? Someone very close to you, someone whom you respect a lot, that person calls you notice you are so attentive to every word that person speaks, and you are so fully aware of every word that is coming out from your mouth also. So you're fully 100% living in the moment. When things are ordinary and same, you tend to slip into unawareness and inertia. The moment you consider something sacred, your inertia disappears and you become more alive. There is nothing as fulfilling as a sacred act. You put your heart and soul into it. You know, this Vari, they say in Maharashtra, these pilgrims go this time of the year to Pandharpur. They walk, they sing bhajans, they walk, they're constantly chanting Vitthala, Vitthala, Vitthala. They are making, all those rangolis on the road. And they are 100% in that devotion. So, literally, if you want to see what is doing anything by putting your heart and soul into it, that Vari is one of the very amazing examples of devotion. When every action of yours become sacred, you have become one with the divine. Then every minute of your life, every act of yours, every place you go to is sacred. And every person you meet is only your reflection. Question: why does an act, when performed repeatedly, lose its sacredness? Gurudev says this happens when your memory overpowers your consciousness, and you lose your sensitivity. Because you're always been there to that same place, always doing the same thing, but that action or that activity is in the memory of doing that for so many months, weeks, days, years. So when your memory overpowers, then the newness of it is lost. And you also lose your sensitivity. For example, people living in Banaras might not feel that it is sacred as those who come there as pilgrims. That sensitivity may not be there. This is happening why? Because the memory is overpowering. How can we preserve that feeling of sacredness in our acts? Gurudev says, through living in the present moment and through sadhana. Your sadhana will not allow your memory to overpower consciousness. Then repetition is not a hindrance. Sadhana makes you fresh and alive in this moment. Your prana goes up. When then what happens? The memory does not overpower. If there is no sadhana, the prana is low. Even you do things just for a few times, you will start getting bored and it will become repetitive and monotonous. It is good to feel that some symbols, place, time, and people are sacred so that you are awake and alive. The Native American Indians and the tribals consider the earth, the sun, the moon, and all the directions as sacred. In the Indian tradition, rivers, mountains, and even animals, trees, and herbs. If you see the Chandi Homa and all these things, yajnas happen. These are all the things that are offered because all these things are considered sacred and worthy of worship. What to say of people? They are definitely sacred. Various traditions honor certain people, symbols, and places as sacred. For example, the cross, Jerusalem, Christmas, and the Pope in Christianity, crescent moon, Mecca, and the month of Ramadan in Islam, and the river Ganges, the Himalayas, and the Swamis in Hinduism are considered sacred. Eventually, you need to transcend and feel that the entire creation and your whole life is sacred. For the person of God, the whole world with all its symbols, places, and people are sacred at all times. When you consider everything as sacred, then there is no escape to the mind to slip into inertia. Then you are living every moment fully alive and awake. In the end, Gurudev says, be a person of God. Because for the person of God, the whole world, with all its symbols, places, and people, are sacred at all times. Some hints of repetition and some questions also are in this knowledge sheet were answered. The next knowledge sheet will complete this. It says boredom and sadhana. Knowledge sheet number 23. See you in the next video.